Hey guys, welcome to Galaxy Sparkles, where I turn imagination into reality. Thank you for tuning in and giving me a few minutes of your time. Leave a comment below and let me know how my craftsmanship has came along. Also like and share this video. And if you'd like to watch my progression as a one-stop shop, subscribe and let us take the journey together. Galaxy Sparkles.
Good morning, guys. It's Wednesday, January 29th, 2025. Today we're going to create the reality shift ring. The reality shift ring. It's going to consist of 3 bands, 2 of which are going to be twisted wire, 1 twisted forwardly, 1 twisted in reverse, and 1 flat. The middle one will be flat for current time. So we'll have a twisted wire on one side, twisted forwards for the future, 1 twisted in reverse for back in time, and then the one right up the middle for current time, if that makes any sense. And then we're also going to have 3 little stones on top that represent certain things that I'm going to keep inside at this time. There's no sense in revealing everything. You know, a magician doesn't reveal all his secrets to the masses. You know, maybe that's why some of the current powers are in the power that they are in, because the current masses just don't understand nor realize the truths. You know, you can't reveal all your secrets, guys. So let's begin. We're going to begin creating our twist wire out of this particular material. So you guys hang tight. I'm going to mill this thing down, and we'll probably drag a little wire together, guys. So y'all hang tight, guys. We'll see y'all in just a minute. Y'all hang tight. Here we go. All right, guys, I just got my wire re-annealed after running it through the fourth hole from the smallest hole, and this is the size that it has created. We went from this particular size down to what we currently have. We're just running it through the 4th hole, so we're going to get it through the 3rd hole, re-anneal it, and then at that point we should probably begin running it through our draw plate, guys. And out of 15 feet, this is how much I have left, just approximately a foot left, a little over 12 inches. That's probably 15 inches or so, roughly guessing. So out of 15 feet, guys, I only got 15 inches left, and I've had this wire approximately 3 weeks. But don't fear, we got more to go. We got another 20 feet I just picked up a few days ago, so we're good to go, guys. We got enough material. We got enough solder. We got enough butane. I mean, we should be good for a while, guys. So let's get started. That's enough chit chat. Let's get on this reality shift ring, guys. Here we go. Y'all hang tight. We're going to get it through this 3rd hole, get it re-annealed, and get out here and get to do some drawing. Here we go. All right, guys, we're drawing through the 5th hole right now. That's after running it through the 3rd over from the smallest, and then I just took the tip of the thing, just the tip, guys, just kind of laced up the tip a little bit, and I ran it through the 2nd to the smallest hole, just probably about 4 or 5 inches up, and I just drew it through the 5th hole from my biggest on the draw plate, and I am attempting to go small. I've only drawn my wire through the 8th hole from the biggest. I'm actually going to attempt to go a little bit smaller today. It is a lot of work to get to that point, guys, and so here we go. The hard part starting for as far as drawing wire. You know, I just got it through the 5th. I'm going to probably go re-anneal it and continue on, guys. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Y'all hang tight, guys. Hang tight. All right, guys. I just re-annealed my wire here after getting it through the 5th hole. So we're going to try to get it through the 6th and 7th hole. Let's see, 2, 4, 6 right here. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. A little small a little big for that hole. Here we go. Let's see if we can get it through this 6th hole, guys. Oh, yeah, not too shabby, guys. Not too shabby. Let's see if we can get it through that 7th hole. Come on now. Exercise, boys, exercise. We got through the 7th hole. All right, guys, we're going to move on to the 8th hole and see if we can make this happen. Here we go. Come on, baby. Exercise now. Woo, we got through the 8th hole, guys. I don't know if we're going to get through the 9th hole. This is where separates the boys from the men right here as far as draw plate goings. Woo, that's a lot of work, Jack. Man, that was some... We may back off just a little bit, guys. We're going to kind of maybe be boys instead of men today. That 8th hole, it's a doober. It's a doober. So... here we go. We got our twist wire ready to be twisted. What I'm gonna do is actually, well, we got it. Heck, we're gonna go do some. I'm gonna go re-anneal this one more time, and we're gonna get it out here in the garage. We're going to split it in half, and we're gonna begin twisting our wire, guys. So here we go. I'll see y'all back out here in the garage. We'll twist this thing up together, talk a little smack, have a little fun. Use a little imagination and see what we cannot create today. A little magical creation. Here we go. Y'all hang tight. Here we go. All right, guys. I got my wire here. It's all ready to rock and roll and twist up. So let's get to twisting our future and our past. Y'all ready? Let's get started. Y'all, we're going to do a little chit-chatting while I'm getting everything nice set up here. So let's do a little chit-chatting, guys. You know, I know there's a lot of stories out there about supernatural things, and as I've learned, like through work, through craft, through my craftsmanship, you know, through my trade, once you hear enough stories about somebody, you hear somebody ripping, you know, people off consistently, you tend to start leaning toward that maybe this is actually true, and until you see it with your own eyes. You know, I heard for years certain tradesmen ripping people off, and until I actually worked with them, because I know hearsay is very, very, you know, I overlook a lot of shit. I don't take everything I hear to heart. I don't believe everything I ever hear, guys. But when you hear enough time after time after time after time, there's got to be some truth to it. So that's kind of how I look at certain superhuman things that just logical thinking does not calculate, guys. And speaking of, I'm a very logical thinker. I'm a mystical thinker. And I have a huge imagination to be able, what am I trying to say here? I have a huge imagination. You know, I've heard lots and lots of stories. I can use my logical thinking to it. I can use my life experiences, and I can calculate this stuff. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that seeks fortune and fame and all that stuff, and you know, I know there's a lot of out there stories, guys, but I'm going to tell you right now, I've had some out there experiences throughout my life, starting in childhood all the way up to my current life situations, and things that are just unexplainable, guys, that logic just don't make sense. I'm definitely not going to get into what I've seen, but it's what's helped grow my imagination, my logical thinking, the way I look at things, the way I look at life. There's just so much, guys, that us, the mass population, just don't know. It's just unbelievable, guys. Is all this stuff, is all this just in my imagination? Was all of it just hallucinations? Guys, I don't think so. Not in my world. It may be in your world. You may be a logical thinker, a literal person, but you have to learn to, I don't know, guys. I don't know what you have to learn to do. I don't care what you learn to do. I know what the path I'm on. I know the path I've led. I know that there is very magical, very spectacular things that the human brain just cannot understand, cannot grasp a hold of. And that's why I take everybody's stories. I love listening to stories. Are they BS? I just throw them in a little pile, guys. But when you begin to, as that pile begins to add up, where you begin hearing more and more and more of this, guys, you begin trying to learn more about that particular subject, guys. Kind of, we're not going to get into kind of like, guys, but anyway, here we go. We're going to do some twist wire. We're going to go, I think, in reverse first, guys. Here we go. We're going back in time. Here we go. This is our twist wire back in time, guys. All right. That's that, guys. Y'all hang tight. I'm going to get the future caught up, and I'll be right back here in real time, guys. So we just went back in time. I'm headed to the future, and I'll be right back in just a minute. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys. This is our 3-strand band here, and what I'm going to do, I learned a new technique yesterday. I watched a guy make a ring, and I love the splits on the ring, and a guy showed me through his video how to make the splits. You know, I've been struggling for however long. I've been learning to make these split ring bands, and I've just been struggling, and he happened to make a video, and I'm very thankful for him for making that video yesterday and teaching me a new technique that we are actually going to implement into this ring today. So here directly we're going to make that, but for now I need to make the bezels so I know exactly how wide to make the split. It may be looking a little gooberish when we get done because it's going to be kind of a 3-stone, and the stones are fairly large for being a 3-stone ring, but it may look a little gooberish, but nonetheless it has its meaning. It's going to have its magical touch, and it's going to be super special, guys. Very unique. So y'all hang tight. Here we go. All right, guys, we're going to use some leftover material from a couple of days ago from our 1.5-inch copper pipe, plumbing pipe. I'm going to mill this on down. We're probably 1.5 mils thick, 1.6 mils thick at this time, but we're going to mill it down and create us a backing for our bezels for the reality shift ring, guys. So let's throw some magic in this thing, do some abracadabra, reality shift magic. Here we go, guys. Y'all hang tight. I'm going to get this milled down. In fact, if y'all want to come along for the ride for just a minute, I'll bring you along. Let's see what happens here. I'll bring you along for the ride for a little while, guys, but I don't know for how long. I know one thing, here pretty quick, we do have all the hardware to mount this mill to the desk, to the work table here, so we are definitely going to begin getting this thing mounted up here pretty quick. It was just too cold this weekend to make that happen, but at least I did get the hardware, and I'm one step further ahead than I was on that particular note. All right, guys, I got to go in here and re-mill this so I don't get a bunch of markings on it, and I'm going to mill it a little bit thinner. It's a little thick right now, so y'all hang tight, and I'll see y'all at the bench here directly. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, we got our bezel all made up here, and we are going to begin soldering this little thing up. I got my 3 realities. I got my solder balls in between them, and we are going to begin soldering these little bezels up so that we can attach them to hopefully a pretty cool, unique band, guys. So a 3-strand band for 3 different realities. Here we go, guys. Y'all hang tight. I'm trying to heat up the plate first because it is a little thicker than the bezels, so I'm definitely trying to get the plate hot first, and I'm going to work my way toward the bezels and get that solder flowing all the way around and underneath, and turn these things into some magic, guys. Put some abracadabra on them. Here we go. Got that one flowing, got the second one flowing real nice and underneath. Let's get some on this side. Yeah. Got some good flow on it, guys. Try to get this first one over here nice and soldered. There we go. I'm actually going to take my stick because it don't look like it hit over here just on this back side, guys. Turn this thing around. Yeah, we're pretty good. I'm going to call it, guys. That looks pretty handy. Looks pretty professional. All right, y'all hang tight. We're going to get this cut out, take it to the sander, get them nice, round, and in uniform, and begin making our band. Here we go. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I lost a reality and I had to go find it. I thought the universe was going to fix and force me to eliminate one of my realities, my future, present, or past. I wasn't quite sure. I've hunted the floor, I've swept the floor, and the last place it could have possibly went was right down the little tunnel right there, and I actually found it inside of my sander, thank goodness, because I sure didn't want to lose any of my realities, guys. I've worked very hard to create the realities I've got. My future, my present, and my past, and I sure didn't want to have to give up any of them, and thankfully I found it, guys. I thought this storyline was about to change, but we're on the same path, guys. So here we go. Let me get this sander put back together. We'll get in there and begin finishing this ring, guys. So we're laying the magic to it, boys. Imagination into reality. That's what we do around here at Galaxy Sparkles. So you all hang tight. We'll see you at the bench. All right, guys, as I was putting my band together, I had a vision, and it just made more sense in my mind how I want to actually create this ring. It's actually going to, I don't want to give all the magic away, but it's going to be very cool anyway. So it's definitely, we're doing an audible in the middle of the band making, and we are going to take our saw and begin cutting this little dude out and turn this imagination into reality, guys. That's what we do around here. We'll save that little piece for later on. Hey, that might be a nice little bezel or something in the future, so we'll save that piece. Save us a lot of work drawing on that plate, making that wire. So, all right, guys, let me get this cut and uniformed, and I'll show you what I got as soon as we start soldering it up. You guys hang tight. Here we go. All right, guys, I'm going to try to attempt soldering that up right there. Then we're going to manipulate it a little bit better and continue on. So here we go. Y'all hang tight. We're going to solder him up. All right, guys, I'm going to get all this quenched off a little bit, and we'll see y'all in just a minute. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I got a solder ball up under there. We're going to solder this little ring up. I got a little piece of stick left over right here that going to make up the access, whatever is kind of left over if it don't draw all the way to the top here. So let's see what happens here. This thing is fit to be on the pointer finger. All right, guys, that's nice soldered up. I'm gonna put it on the mandrel, get it nice and uniform again, and we'll begin arranging our bezel on top the way I foresee it happening. So y'all hang tight. Here we go. All right, guys, we're gonna solder up the uniform of this bezel. the sequence. It's all about sequence, timing, knowledge, along with a few other things, guys. So let's get the sequence here soldered up real nice. We'll attach it to the ring. All right, guys, I'm gonna quench it and arrange it on the ring. We'll solder it up, clean it up, and set stones, and I reckon we'll have final here directly. My main concern is heating up the ring and unsoldering all this. That's the only part I'm having issues with these days, but we're definitely learning and going to continue on until we get this thing perfected. So here we go, y'all. Hang tight. Alright, guys, I got 2 of them soldered on, and we kind of had a little discombobulation thing happening there, so we're trying to fix that without unsoldering everything here. It wasn't too bad, so let us see. Got my heat turned down low, trying to avoid unsoldering this whole dang thing, guys, because this is the last piece right here. If we can get this soldered without it falling apart, the abracadabra magic will be installed in this thing, and do some traveling, so to say. Come on, baby. All right, guys, we have finished the reality shift ring. As I was making this ring, it did start out as a 3-band ring. And as I began sticking it together, my imagination kind of took me into a different route, and we definitely recreated it. There is the past band and there is the future band, and they are one, and we're coming up into the area of all the magic, where it all happens right there, guys. And I have poured some magic and some imagination into that, and what we do around here at Galaxy Sparkles is turn that imagination into reality. And guys, this is a very unique ring. I'm very proud of it. Definitely need to improve on some quality and some craftsmanship, but we're definitely coming along day by day, becoming a better version of ourselves, better craftsmen day by day, guys. As I was putting the bezels on the ring, I had to take the bezel and kind of fold it down, and it definitely kind of discombobulated my bezels there a little bit, so we had to do a little discombobulation repair. But anyway, this ring is going to deserve a C today. It came along fairly good, guys, and we did some audibles, and we poured the magic into it, poured the imagination into it, and all you got to do is do what you do. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it with that. This is a C ring, and like always, I'm going to leave you a huge energy ball, guys. I'm going to build it up real big today, guys, so brace yourself if you see it coming, because it's going to change you. So here we go. We're going to build him up. I'm going to give you a huge energy ball, guys, full of energy, full of imagination, full of love, full of joy, and full of connectedness, guys. All right, guys, catch at it if you can. Like I said, you better brace yourself if you see it coming because it'll change you. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Here we go. Y'all hang tight.